Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Palmer, reaching out to you here from Enrollment Rx, and we're excited to bring something new to you called 5-Minute Fridays. 5-Minute Fridays is our ability to just give you some quick content, either related to Salesforce and our products, and just ways that you can quickly implement and get quick wins. So again, every Friday we'll be posting this on the Power of Us Hub, our RAD Navigator site, which is also known as help.enrollmentrx.com, which we'll be sharing, and and just kind of diving in. So a little bit about me. I am the product and technical evangelist here at Enrollment Rx. I've been with Enrollment Rx almost 4 years now. I have a background in higher education. Have probably worked with many of you in implementation as well. And so I'm excited to kind of dive in. And I love just teaching people, ways that you can optimize a super powerful system, but in maybe less intimidating ways. So with that, our first topic today is going to be Salesforce Formula fields. So don't worry, we're not doing any math today. Formulas aren't really as scary as they sound. Obviously, you can get pretty complex with them. You can get into some advanced, fancy stuff that sometimes is definitely a benefit and needed. But for the purposes of today, you just want to think about a Salesforce formula as a way to display the data in the way that you want it. And so we're going to go through some just very common examples today. And my goal for you would be at the end of this, or even rewatch this, go ahead and go into your sandbox environment, create a formula field, kind of follow along a similar steps here. If you are in your production environment and admin, and you feel comfortable with that, you can as well. But we just want to make sure you feel comfortable and kind of leveraging this great tool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to formula field. Let's go ahead and dive right in to building our formula field. The type of formula field that we're going to build today is something called a reference formula field. A reference formula field simply displays a related value on a related object. A common example of this for our clients is that admission status, as you can see here, actually lives on the related application object. But for the purposes of displaying it on this main contact object, or perhaps, depending on the version of Pardot you have, integrating it with Pardot, that is a very helpful thing. Let's evaluate how I could go ahead and do that. So if I go back to the contact record page I was on, I want to go to the object manager to build a new field. So I'm going to edit the contact object, click Fields and Relationships, click New Field, and I'm going to select a formula type of field. Once I go here, as a best practice, I always make it declarative as to what we're trying to do. So what we're trying to do here is display the transfer value on the active application on the contact. So I'm going to go ahead and just label this active application transfer status. And we know because it's a text field or a pick list field, we're going to actually use the text type here. If it was a date field, or if you're doing some other sorts of kind of references, depending on the type of field, you would pick a different type. But for the purposes of this demonstration and our exercise, we're going to pick text. Go ahead and click Next. We are now in the formula builder. So there's some great trails on this that we can reference as well. But let's go ahead and just insert field. So we're going to find the field on that related application record of transfer. So this starts at the contact because we're a contact field. We're going to go ahead and navigate down to the active application record. Now we're looking at all the fields on the actual application. This is sorted alphabetically, so we could just pick transfer, hit insert. And let's see if this formula will accept this formula. So let's check the syntax. And you'll notice we actually got an error because this is a pick list field. So that's a common error that people run into when they're first building these types of formulas, especially if you're referencing a pick list. And the way around that is to use a function called text. and you can use the brackets here. You could also insert it, of course, from the right over here. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we can just type in capital text and then 2 parentheses. Now we can check the syntax again, and we had no issues. So let's go ahead and go to next. Make this visible. You can choose what page layout you'd like to add it to and save our changes. So now if we navigate back to the record here, on the application record, that the value we're trying to display was this value right here, no. So let's look at the contact field that we just built. And you can see the field we built, active application transfer status equals no. What's great about this is as soon as any change is made, whether it's by the applicant or by some process or by a counselor as an example, this automatically will update. So that was it. It was pretty easy, right? I think you guys can handle that. And for those of you who are the super admins, I know this was pretty basic, but for those of you just getting started out, hopefully you found this helpful, a different way to kind of see how you can build some things out within Salesforce. And again, every Friday, we're going to be posting this content. We'll be posting this in the Power of Us Hub, and we'll also be posting this on our RAD Navigator site. So we are so excited to be sharing content with you. I hope you guys are staying sane in this crazy time. And for now, that's it from Enrollment Rx. So thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.